Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are still working on the exterior of this home. In last week's video, we made over the back porch, we painted the house the week before that, and now we need to start a new project that's gonna be a pretty big one, but I'm really excited about. It's super windy today, so sorry if it's loud. This is how the house is looking. Trim has been repaired or replaced, the house has been painted, and we did this back porch. That's all looking really good. But this is our view from the porch, and it needs some help. Some boards need to be repaired or replaced. We need to do some stuff to the railing to make it look better, decorate, just fix it all up. But first, I want to clear everything off to see what we're working with these boards. Okay, so the deck's not in terrible shape, it just needs some love. So we have some cracks and some chipping of the paint, and then we also have a few spots that we definitely are going to need to replace, because like this right here, that's not structurally sound. Your foot could go through that, so we're going to replace that. So when I was planning this deck makeover, I was pricing out some different options, and to replace the top boards, like not even the railings or anything, with the price of lumber just for the top boards would be over $2,000. And that is not going to work for us because we try to do things on a budget around here. So I had an idea, what if I just flip the boards? And I tried it right here, and look how much better shape that board is than its other side. Now it only works if you don't have any angled cuts, so these straight boards are good, but like once we start getting up here, we're not going to be able to flip those. So if we can't repair it, we'll have to replace it, but it can definitely work for a lot of these. So I put tape down for the ones that I want to try to flip, and we'll see how that goes. There's one right here that's really bowed, so I'm going to try to flip it, but if not, we might have to replace this entire board. But each board that we replace is $30, so that would add up really quickly. Before I try to flip these boards, I need to take these railings off so I can get to the screws on the ends, which I was going to take those off anyway because they're going to be getting a makeover, so just go ahead and take some of those railings off so we can get started trying to flip the boards. Okay, new plan. I was able to get that one board up, but the rest of them do not want to come up. I don't know if the screws are just too old for me to be able to flip. So that idea is probably out, but I started sanding right here just to smooth some like trouble areas, and the finish started just kind of coming off in little sheets. So, but that would take forever to sand this entire deck like that. So I'm thinking, what if I pressure wash, just give that a shot and see, and then maybe a light sanding after that. So we're just seeing what works here. Okay, pressure washing was not doing anything really to get that finish off. I'm sure my pressure washer's not strong enough. So I'm just gonna do like a really light sanding, and for the cracks, maybe we'll try some wood filler. Okay, so this board looks like it's been eaten by termites, so we're gonna have to replace that, but in order to get it out, it's already moved up here to the step, so we're gonna have to disassemble that step. I'm removing all of this lattice from underneath the deck. It's not in good shape and it's kind of like bowed out because the boards weren't done. Anyway, it just needed to come out. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to go back with, but I'm not going to go back with the lattice. I'll figure something else out for underneath the deck. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove just the rest of the railing and just in general make things look a whole lot worse before it gets better. I'm trying to use as many of these 4x4 posts as possible. Some of them were kind of rotten and couldn't be reused, but I don't like this little decorative piece at the top, so I'm just taking it off and then I'm just going to chop that right off with my miter saw, and then I'll reinstall that, and I'll probably get some little caps for the top of the 4x4s that'll be just a little bit less decorative, a little bit more simple, because that's more my taste. Now that the posts are back up, it's time to put the railing back up. So I'm just reusing the same railing, but I measured in between the posts and I cut the railing down to that measurement. And that way it fits inside of the post versus before it was just like screwed onto the outside. I just didn't think it looked I think it looks nicer to do it this way and to flip the posts. Nope, flip the railing to where the spindles are on the outside. Okay, that's hard to explain, but I hope you can see what I'm talking about. I think it looks nicer to do it like this. Okay, one little section done. I think this looks so much nicer than how it was before. Like, these going directly into this instead of just straight across it, and also these little top pieces instead of like the more decorative ones. I didn't like those. So yeah, I think this looks so much better. I'll fill in like some holes right there, add some caulk, and once we paint it, it'll look really good. Today was pretty productive. We got that over there built, so I have to fix one of those spindles. And we got this in right here, this board that was missing. We still have to replace that one, rebuild all of that, but we're celebrating what we actually did get done. We got some posts put in back where they need to go. And remember this support for the side that I'm pretty sure was eaten by termites. We got that put back in. We still have to put something over the the trim board over the top of it, but I'm not sure what I want to do with this whole situation, so I'm just waiting on that for now. But it's been a long day and I'm tired, so we will pick up again tomorrow. Okay, we've got 2 sections of the railing done, but I want to pause and shift back over here. I debated whether or not I wanted to put a step back right there, but I think I'm going to, because it's just a little bit too high maybe for some people to step up there. So we're going to build just a single step right there. This step that I am building right here is a super simple little design. I'm just cutting these 2x6 boards to the exact same length, 4 of them, and then I'm just going to space them out and screw them into this deck board, and that'll be the base of our step. And then I will just take a couple long pieces of the decking and screw it onto the top. I'm installing this last little bit of railing here up on this higher section. Honestly, this would have been a whole lot easier with two people, but most of my projects I do alone during the day while my kids are at school and my husband is at work, so it's just me. But I wanted to show you how I cut these railings down. I marked where I needed to cut them, and then I took a square so I could get a straight line across the board, and then I'm taking my skill saw and I'm just following that line and trying to get it as straight as possible, and then screwing them into the post with some 2.5-inch deck screws. Okay, it's windy like always, but let's recap what we've done so far. We have either flipped or replaced all these boards here, or repaired, whatever, screwed them down good. And then for this railing, we have completely rebuilt that, and I think it looks much better, much more, I don't want to say professional, but less DIY. Replaced those posts, put those post caps on, and this is all new, rebuilt this, same thing up there, repaired, and we still have a lot more to do, but it's coming a long way. It has come a long way. This is where we're going to stop for today's video. The majority of the deck reconstruction is done, the railing and replacing all the boards, and in next week's video we are finally going to paint. I'm excited about that. Like every other project that I do, it takes so much prep until you get to the point where you can paint, and then it just looks so much better. So we'll paint and decorate and finish off this deck. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!